But you know what? Actually, after you talking about Genelec, man, I'm like trying to figure out how I can upgrade my speakers in here, dude. Joe, you're killing me, bro. You're killing me, Larry.
Well, you definitely don't need to do that. You're just finding I think you're finding an excuse. You're just trying to find an excuse to
spend some money,
to do something where you should have just forget the shopping, spend the time and make the content, make the stuff. That's what I do. I'm speaking for myself. Anytime I need to do something, I find something to clean. I find some new hobby to, I'm guilty. I just know that we're the same in that way.
So Joe we were talking about those Genelec speakers for that really nice Atmos mixing, whatever. And I have narrowed it down to the cheaper ones to their $2,500 each, right? So I would need 11 of them. So it's still around $20,000. And then I was like looking at all these things. I'm like, okay, maybe how about I just get the subwoofer? Because that's the one main thing. Is like I don't have the subwoofer is very interesting. It has 8 XLR inputs. And also an LFE and outputs, eight XLR inputs and outputs, along with an LFE input and output. So what happens is you route everything from the audio interface into the sub, and then you go from there to your 7 ear level speakers. So you have bass management in like that. That's already happening, right? Because right now that's not happening. Right now everything's full range to these little speakers. So anyway. Then I was like, then I started working on a new Atmos mix, and I was just like, oh, dude, fuck all that. Like,
yeah,
my shit sounds great. My shit sounds great. Though there's that one thing I am missing, but oh man, I got a new Atmos mix.
Yeah. Fred's saying you got to talk them down. So look, buying new stuff is fun. Having some Genelecs all around, of course, that's gonna be awesome. Of course, right? See them in the background, of course, that's gonna be cool, right? But that's a lot of money. That's like no joke, bro.
I was like, okay, maybe
I know you're trying to make it sound like it's a little bit, bro, but that's not a little bit. It's only shut up. It's not trying to make it sound like it's a little bit.
Maybe I was like, well, maybe I can get them like 2 at a time, like get the front, left, and right, and like wait a few months, get the surrounds.
I have a question though. Here's the question for you though.
What's up?
Is it gonna help you make better content?
No.
Is your stuff gonna be better because of that?
No.
I'll tell you when I would sign off as a friend, right? As a friend, I'll sign off if you had a studio setup where people were paying you to record at your spot, and they saw and they're like, nah, I don't know, this doesn't look very professional, right?
Right.
So if they see the Genelecs and that's making you okay, dude, get the Genelecs, bro, get the good one. You know
what was funny about being in that Atmos mixing masterclass at Sweetwater, the guy Nick, he was like, there was only like 12 people in the class, right? Mm-hmm. So he was like, hey, let's go around the room. What does everybody do? And this, that, and the other. And everybody's like, oh, I'm a mixing engineer. Oh, I'm mastering engineer. Oh, I own a studio. Thinking about going to, install Atmos, blah, blah, blah. So they wanted some information, yada, yada. And I'm like, oh, I have a YouTube channel, and I put together the cheapest Atmos mixing studio I could, I could on my own, and I make all this stuff for fun for my viewers. And I have a home theater YouTube channel, home theater focused YouTube channel. And my colleague and I created the world's first Dolby Atmos calibration disc, talked about the disc a little bit. Oddly enough, when I went to lunch, one of the guys that was a mixer, he's like, hey man, I have your disc. I bought your disc. Oh. And I watch your content on Dolby Atmos all the time. I was like, oh shit. Cool. Cool. And another guy was like, dude, you do this for fun? He's like, fuck yeah. Because like these guys, they show me some of their studios. Dude, these things are legit, dude. Full on Focal Alpha 80, so 8-inch woofer. They're about 800 each. 14 of them or 15 of them, 914 setup. Like full on like spaces, fully like a full acoustic treatment. Like damn. Like it was these guys are for real. I'm here with the janky shit.
Well, janky from a price perspective, right?
Yeah.
But I bet if any of those guys came and heard your system, be like, dude, this sounds legit. If you don't tell them the price at all, right?
Yeah.
If they heard it, they'd be like, that sounds crazy. So there's always that, there's always the price to performance ratio. So even though the speakers you're using, the ones I'm using, are inexpensive, doesn't mean that they're garbage, right? It's actually the measurements, everything shows like in a small room. Yeah, they're legit. They do their thing, especially with some extra EQ on top of that. It's not like you're just running them raw dog, right?
No, we're not raw dogging it over here.
We've protected.
We've got Dirac Live processor doing all the which was another nightmare. Joe was here. He's like, why does this suck so much?
Yeah. We got that set up though, and then we got the Magic Beans target on there. So I think anybody would be impressed by your setup.
I think and I know all these Atmos mixes I'm doing are of songs that have already been created, right? So it's not anything that I can sell, but Joe already knows this. I have been working on a track that is made specifically for Atmos and to make it sound as trippy as possible. And I just had a coaching session with one of my music production coach guys, and he was like blown away. He was just like, whoa, what are we working on? I'm like, all right, we need to make this sound as trippy as possible. And I'm like, once we figure out what's going on here in a 2-channel version, we're going to bounce out all the stems and I'm going to spatialize it. And I've already done part of the spatializing, but there's a few things that we need to like kind of, figure out frequency wise and all that. But it's I can't wait for you guys to hear it, because you guys are just gonna be like, dude, what the fuck is this? You're gonna be like, this is the best shit I've ever heard. That's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be.
That's exciting stuff.
Oh man.
Oh, dude.
Super dope. That's and if you're wondering why I haven't made a whole lot of YouTube videos, it's because I working on a whole bunch of other stuff that's probably cooler than the latest unboxing video of the newest AVR. That's
like we got to do it. AVR. We got to do it. The people want to hear from you. They want to hear from us. So we still have to keep it going. But believe me, we're not doing it for the money. We're doing it because hopefully it's useful to you guys. Yeah. But it's not for money that we do these YouTube videos or even this podcast. Definitely not.
This is just to bring everybody together. I am going, and if any of you are going to Cedia, I know it's a closed show, but chances are you will be. Hold on, let me just bring it up here, right here. Or if you see any videos, don't worry, we won't get hit with copyright. Volume. Okay. Let's see here. If you see anything, God damn, present, share screen, boom. You see anything with visuals like this, right? This is my demo. This is my newest Atmos mix, and the Sony guy said he was going to play it at Cedia. The Storm Audio guy said he wants to play this. And so they're just trying to figure out how they can play it on their Kaleidoscape or whatever. My patrons already have a copy of that. So if you're not on my Patreon, you need to get there for the advanced copy. But yeah, it's exciting. So I'm excited to see it. I told the guy, I'm like, hey, if you play my demo, just take a couple of quick phone verticals and then text them over to me or tag me in your post or whatever. Because even these professional people were just like, whoa, like, he even said it. My editor finally just finished the edit on that video. It should be coming out tomorrow. He's like, this guy, he knows how to mix some music. He says that in the interview because he was very impressed. He was just like, wow, I've never heard just the sounds moving around like so cleanly, and the amount of separation between channels and what you were doing there. And he's like, this is great. Can I play this at Cedia? I was like, yeah, sure. So I gave him my 4 tracks on his computer. So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah. Very exciting. Yeah. So, yeah. Now, if you can't catch the show, we do have an audio version at anchor.fm/daily HiFi. So make sure to go on over there if you like to listen to the show.